welcome. This is Nina from Nina Hobby Site and this is Flosstube number 44. First I want to say thank you for all the great and kind comments last time and welcome if you are new here and thank you if you are a return viewer. Today I want to show you 9 work in progress, cross stitching of course, 1 new start, a little bit of haul and a little bit of knitting and books. But first I want to start with my work in progress. And my first work in progress is the Quaker, my notes are over there, the Quaker Floral Pistil by InkCircles, and here is how it will look when it's finished. And here is how it looked last time that you saw it. And I stitched this piece on 36 count 2/2 linen and I stitched 670 stitches and here is how it looks now. And this project, I really love how it looks. I think it's going to be beautiful. It's already beautiful. But, there is a but, it's on 36 count linen. And now you can see through it because it's daylight and sunny. And yeah, it's spring in Norway. But in the evening, it's sometimes so hard to see the holes. And I try with a light pad beneath me. But still, it's a little bit difficult. And it has not a lot of colors, but a lot of color changes. So, yeah, sometimes it's really hard to see. But I can't resist this project because I think it's really beautiful. The pattern has as well the white version, so you can stitch it on white fabric with different colors. But I really like how this looks on black. So I stitch every year a little bit and then I hope one day I finish it. This time I stitched on this part, on this little flowers. And I hope I can make a comparing picture, so maybe this above and the comparing picture below. So you can see the difference that I make because I get 600 stitches in. But I really love how this looks, but still it's a little bit difficult to stitch. But one day I'm going to finish this. But I don't know if I want to stitch more on it this year. I try to stitch this when the light is good. But still, I really love it. My next project is my all-time favorite. And I'm glad that it's a really favorite of mine because I think it's my lifetime project. It's the super-sized Max Color A Stitching Self from Heaven and Earth Design. And it's from Aimee Stewart. And here is how it will look when it's finished. And here is how it looked last time that you saw it. And I stitched on this project 1100 stitches and I reached the 5.64% and here is how it looked now. And yes, I really love this. The details I think are amazing. And it's so much fun to stitch this pattern. I really recommend it because there's always something going on and yes, it's really nice. And I finished page 7, the big tree. No, I finished not the big tree, but I stitched on the big tree. And now I think I'm going to this page. I think it's page 3. I think so. Because now I want different colors than all the cream. But I really love how it looks. You can see the branches in the tree, the lantern. And yes, I really love this piece. But it's really big. So it's now only on 5.64%. So a long way to go, but I really love this. I think it's very beautiful. So, oh, maybe I can make a comparing on this side and maybe the other picture on the other side. But yes, I highly recommend this pattern. You have as well a pattern with the hoop in the middle. I have without the hoop, but that one is as well very beautiful. I think the hoop said a stitching time, and this one is a stitching self. The next one is a sampler as well. It's the Leeds sampler by Rosewood Manor, and here is how it looks when it's finished. And here is how it looked last time that you saw it. And here is how it looks now. I stitched this one, I think, on 32 count, and I stitched 501 stitches, and I stitched these two motifs here and the green bronze with the flowers and leaf thing below it, but it's not finished. But I really love the colors on this fabric. I have no idea what the fabric is called. And the silky threads, it's nice to stitch with one thread, but it's not my favorite, I think. It's not so special. I think DMC is already good as the silky threads, but I really love this. And I don't know, I really like the big motif below it, but I'm not sure about the text underneath it. So I don't know if I want to stitch that, but I still have to stitch the very big motif, so I'm not so far that I have to make the decision right now. But I try to get for the comparison photo, because stitches told me that they really love it when I make comparison. And my next project is Watching and Waiting for Tilton Creations, and here is how it looks when it's finished. And here is how it looked last time that you saw it. I didn't stitch a lot on this project because I only stitched one day on this project. But I stitched 444 stitches. I reached the 6.9%. No, 6.9%. And I stitched this one on 28 count, 1/1, and here is how it looks now. And I try to stitch more on the owl because I really want to see the owl. I was a little bit done after the green tree from Stitching Self, and then I picked again a project with a lot of green, so I was thinking, no, maybe I can stitch more. I can stitch more on the ear of the owl. So that was what I did. But I really think this is beautiful. But I stitched this one on 28 count, 1/1. But for me, with all the confetti, it's a little bit bulky. So for me, 25 counts is much better, I think. But here is how it looks. And I think it's going to be beautiful. And then my next project, what is a favorite of mine as well. I try a little bit to have this one as a focus piece, is the Fruit of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. And here is how it looks when it's finished. And here is how it looked last time that you saw it. And I stitched on this project 1038 stitches, and I stitched this one on natural linen 32 count, 2/2, and I reached 73.79%. And here is how it looks now. Well, it's hard to get in frame, but and I really love this piece. I hope to finish it next year. So this year I try to stitch a lot on it to get it to a finish, because it's my wedding piece this year. We are married for 10 years, so I try to get it finished soon. But I think I still have to go 13,000 stitches. So for me that's a lot of stitching, because I stitch on a day around 200 stitches and sometimes a little bit higher, but most of the time around 200 stitches. Try to do this for comparison, but I really love this. I used DMC 3685 and 3687, and I stitched this time on finished the motif, and I did the pink, and I think that on that side I was stitching this time. But I really love this. And I hope to stitch a lot more for Modern Folk Embroidery, because I really like his designs. My next project is a very summery piece. It's the Sunflower Mini Cottage by Dona Gelsinger, and here is how it looks when it's finished. And here is how it looked last time that you saw it. And I stitched this one, it's a mini. I stitched this one on 18 count 2/1 and I reached the 13.12%. And I stitched on this piece 1074 stitches, and here is how it looks. And I finished the first page. And I really love this. These colors are amazing, I think. It's so summer. I really enjoy this. And 18 count for me is very easy to stitch. So that's why I have some projects on 18 count, because I really enjoy stitching with 18 count. I prefer how it looks on 25 counts, but I really enjoy stitching with 2 threads on 18 count. And I really love this. I think this is going to be so summer and so happy. So yeah, I really enjoy this piece. But I think I'm now going to try to finish this piece on the bottom with more sunflowers. This is my only mini that I stitch, and it's so great to see on one piece the percentage is going so fast, because normally I can stitch for hours or for 1,000 stitches and still not reach 1% more, but with this piece I really make a good progress very fast, so that's fun. I have a mess with my project bags and I try to get it in the right project bag, otherwise it's going to be so messy. My next project is as well favorite, but it's totally different than the other ones. It's a rabbit feet, and it is a retired piece from the Cottage studio, and here is how it looks when it's finished. And here is how it looked last time that you saw it. And I have a lot of special fibers. I have 1 dog and 2 cats, and it's always, yeah, they try to get a lot of special fibers on my projects because they lie on it. And I stitched not so much this time, 432 stitches, and I reached the 6.11%. And I stitched this one on 25 count 1/1, and here is how it looks now. And on this moment I think I was busy to get more basket, because I try to get more basket in this project. And I don't know why, because these colors are really different than all my other projects, because most of my projects are very, very colorful, and this one is not. It has a lot of colors, a very lot of confetti, but not so much so colorful. But I really, really love this. And next month the Cottage studio has in May again a challenge to stitch 30 minutes on a Cottage studio project, and I think I'm going to participate, because I really want to make progress on this piece. It's really great if I'm going to try to get this piece to 8% or something. And I think you can really see how fluffy the fur is going to be. I think it's, yeah, I really love this. But the confetti, it's more than the stitching itself, so it's really a lot, I think. And then I already have 2 more projects to go. Oh, my first one is the Temperature Garden by Angela Lynn Studios, and here is how it will look when it's finished. And here is how it looked last time that you saw it. And I think I stitched this one on 32 counts 2/2, and I stitched on this piece 1474 stitches. I have to say I really, really love this piece, because every flower or mushroom is different, and I really like the little animals between it. But it's a little bit more stitching than I was thinking in 1 month. But I really love this. here's how it looks now. And I hope you can see it, but there is more spring colors. There is yellow, and there is already one orange flower. So that was a very warm day. Because this project is temperature, so that means that after the day, I do it always the day after, but then I get the results of the day temperature, and then the color is with a temperature. So you can see that it's very cold in January, and then this is February, March and April. And now in April it's getting more lighter colors, it gets yellow and orange, so it's getting warmer. And I really enjoy this. And I think I try to show you, the bee is so cute. It's here, the bee. And I have a little chicken. It was around Easter. And yeah, so I really love this. I think this is an amazing temperature garden to do, because the flowers are everything, almost every day different. So yes, I really love this. And I try to stitch every Sunday on this project. So then I stitch for 7 days. So now I am a little bit behind on it, but on Sunday it's really fun to stitch on this. It's, yeah, I really enjoy this. It's because every day was not so working for me. Then you have to pick every day the colors, and I really like to do it for 6 days or 7 days. That is for me better. And then my last work in progress. And that is the, oh no, that's my new start. I had the wrong fabric. But that is the Quaker Norway flag from Vivsters on Etsy. And here is how it will look when it's finished. And here is how it looked last time that you saw it. And I stitched only for 1 day on this project. So I did 270 stitches and I reached the 2.81%. And I stitched this one on 25 count, 1/1. And here is how it looks now. And this is so much fun to stitch. I really recommended this pattern in I think all the flags are a little bit the same, but only different colors or different. But it's really a lot of fun to stitch. I really enjoy this. Now I stitch the Norway flag, but I think 1 day I want to stitch the flag of the Netherlands, because I'm from the Netherlands, but I live in Norway. But I really enjoy this. I think it's so much fun. I try to show you it more close. But yeah, I really love this. I think I have it the right way. But it's bigger than I was thinking, because I think 40,000 stitches. And that were all my work in progress. And now I have one new start, because I had problems with my sinus. So I have to take out 2 wisdom tooth and a mortal tooth, I think, teeth, because they were infection and they get to my sinus. So I had a lot of infections and I was not feeling well, and I had cold all the time. So they said, yeah, it's the root is in your sinus or something, so they have to go out. But that was not so easy. So finally they are out, and I had to go a lot to the specialist for I don't know how you say it, but I had to go to the specialist to get it out and everything. And then I found it very sorry for myself. So I was thinking, what am I going to do? And then I was thinking, oh, of course, I have to go to do a new start. So I started the Bohemian Elegance amongst Wildflowers max color. So it have 175 colors. And it's from Stitches So Beautiful on Etsy. And the artwork is by Adrian G.I. And I stitched so far. Oh, here is how it will look. And I think the colors are beautiful and it reminds me on summer, and it's with the heart and the lady is walking and with flowers. I think it's beautiful. So I stitched 1030 stitches on this piece, and I reached the 0.64%, and here is how it looks. It's of course a very small start, and I missed one color. I missed DMC 34, a pink color, so I was stopping because then I get so many holes everywhere. So, but I really love this, and I think it's going to be so beautiful because I really like the artwork, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. And because I feel sorry for myself, I bought 3 new patterns. I bought the pots, yeah, it has not really a name, but the pots 50 by TidyPatterns on Etsy, and here is how it will look when it's finished. I think it's very beautiful, but there are 2 options. You can of course do it on white fabric or on black fabric, and I found it really hard to choose because, like I said, my first work in progress that was on black, but it was on linen. So if I want to stitch this one on black fabric, then I think I try 18 count AIDA, because that's much more easier for me. But I really like the black fabric, and Carla from Stitch Me Sane is stitching this as well, and she stitches on white, and I think that's beautiful as well. And last week I found kind of pink fabric, and I was thinking maybe that is as well very beautiful. So I'm not sure if I want to do it on black or white or on pink, but I really love this pattern. I think it's really nice, but it's as well a little bit big. I think about 100,000 stitches or something. And then Tilton Crafts had a sale as well, so I was thinking, of course, I'm feeling horrible, so of course I have to buy a pattern from her as well. I have no Tilton Crafts patterns, so I want to try it out. And I bought the Squirrel Love, and the artwork is by Denise Carpus. I don't know how to pronounce it, but something like that. I put it in the description box below, then you can see it how from the artwork is. But it's a squirrel bit a fairy, and I really love that. And then Charting Creations had a sale as well, and then I was thinking, oh, one more pattern. So I bought the Isis from artwork is from another difficult name, but Kenuka eCraft, and here is Isis, and I saw this on Instagram stitched up, and it's really beautiful, and I wanted to buy it for a long time, and now they had sale, so I was thinking, yes, I have to buy Isis. And then we go into my plans. I'm not so strict in plans. I try always to pick a few projects that I want to focus next month on it, but if I don't feel it, or I want to stitch on other projects, then it's fine as well. I have to pause because I have a little bit of mess next to me, and I'm back with my plans, and I want to stitch one woman on the Fabulous Woman from Clouds Factory. I try to finish this woman next to Eleanor Roosevelt, and it is, I think, Emily Hart with the airplane. And I really love how this looks, and it's so much fun to stitch because every woman feels like a little finish. So that's really amazing. I think this is 36 count. It's a mystery even weave, but I really love this. And I want to stitch on my mushroom, the Mary Mushroom Village Picnics. Its artwork is by Aimee Stewart, and it's from Heaven and Earth Design. And here is how it will look when it's finished. And you see this a lot in the Heaven and Earth sale, but then in pieces. And this is the whole chart. And this is in regular colors, but I'm so happy how it looks. I think the mushroom is going to be amazing. I love the flowers, And maybe I can reach the fairy, because I think that's fun. But I stitched already a lot on this project this year. But I want to stitch more, because I think it's beautiful. I stitched this one on 25 count, 1/1. And then another Aimee Stewart. It's as well from Heaven and Earth Design. And it's the Birds, Butterfly and Blooms world map. And here is how it looks when it's finished. And here is how it looks now. And that is very strange, because these two are both 25 count. I think this one is the Zwicart. And I really love to stitch on it. I can see the holes very clear. The stitches are lying very nice, and I really love this. And this is 25 count as well. And I think this is regular. Yeah, I think this regular colors as well. It's confetti, but not so much confetti. But yeah, still the coasters are lying not so nice on this fabric. And I don't know why. I really try, but it looks a little bit messy or something. But I think I have already 5,000 stitches in. So, and when you are on normal distance, then there's not a problem. But when you're very close, then you see it's a little bit messy. And I don't know why, because I use the same DMC I work from almost the set. So that's not the difference. But I really love how this looks. I hope to try to finish the yellow flower and a little bit more of the bird. The bird is going to be red, so that's fun to stitch. And I think I want to stitch on this one tonight. Because I feel really the fur coverage and not so the non-fur coverage. I really love how the non-fur coverage pieces look. But I really enjoy the fur coverage stitch. I don't know why, maybe it's the counting or something, but yeah. And then I want to stitch, like I said, on the rabbit feet for the month of May, because I want to do with the challenge from 30 minutes a day. So I want to try it. I hope to get around 2,500 stitches in or something. And then of course I want to stitch more on the Fruit of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. I already show it to you, because this is a focus piece. I try to finish this. Oh, it's so wrinkled all the time. I think I already ironed this piece more than 10 times, but still it gets a little bit wrinkled. But that is of course with linen, it's normal, I think. And it's so messy already. But then I have two Flosstube recommendations. The first one is the Sharon's Crafty Creations. She have one big whip parade, and it's really nice to see. She have a lot of coverage projects and a lot of colorful and a little bit the same projects as me. And yes, I really love it. I hope she makes a lot more videos, because yes, I really enjoy it. And then the second Flosstube recommendation is Giselle's Garden. I hope I pronounced the name right. And she have as well very beautiful fur coverage projects, and a little bit different, very unique. So it's very nice to see. She is not complete new. She have already a few Flosstube videos out. And yes, I really enjoy her style. She have beautiful projects. I really enjoy when people, when stitchers stitch other things, then yeah, I really enjoy that, to see that as well. Maybe it's not always my style of stitching, but I really love to see that. I think it's great to see that there is a project or a stitching style for every stitch. It's what you like, and there is enough. So that is great to see that everyone is different and want to stitch different things. I really like that. And then I have a little bit of knitting, not so much, a little bit, because I have a finish. I finished the Cumulus blouse. I finished it yesterday and I washed it yesterday, so it's a little bit wet or damp. But yeah, I showed it I think last time as well, but then it had no sleeves. So now it has sleeves. It's a blouse, and it's knitted with drop skid silk, 2 colors. And it's not so pink as you see, but it have two colors. It's the same color as my nail polish. It's great. But yes, I try to make pictures and put it around me and that you can see more of it, because yeah, I can hold it up, but it's oversized so you can't really see it. But it's finished. I have to weave in the ends as well. But yeah, I really love this. I think it's great. And it's always so special when you finish a garment and you can wear it a lot. It's really nice, I think. But it's warm. It looks not so warm because you can see through it, but I really love this. And it's with an I-cord edge, and it's the Cumulus Blouse by Petite knit, and I highly recommend it. And maybe I want to knit this as well in a queen color. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, the queen a little bit. But maybe then in one color, because now I use a lighter pink and a neon pink. And then, but now I first want to make summer projects, because then maybe I can finish that before the summer. So I want to knit with cotton and linen. But I'm not so sure what I'm going to start first. And then my last knitting project is socks. It's the Scatterby socks. And I'm not so far with it. But this is my focus piece for now, because I have to make a decision which new project I want to start for the summer. So this is my Scatterby socks. And honestly, are my Christmas socks, but it's still not finished. It's from Bedkatoe Yarns, and it's the Snoopy Christmas or something. And I try to get it out without not a lot of noise. But I think the colors are great. But for me, it's not so Christmassy. So I try to finish this as well. This is my focus. I have already the heel in. So now I'm knitting on the gusset. And then, yeah. And then I read 3 books. So I hope you like that I'm going to tell a little bit about it. The first one is a very hyped book. It's the Rebecca Yarros The Fourth Wing. And it's not completely my genre, because normally I don't read fantasy books. And this one is about dragons and riders and everything fantasy, with special powers and everything. But first it was a little bit hard to get into, because the world is complete new for me. And yeah, dragons and everything is as well new for me, because yeah, normally I don't read fantasy. But then when I get after a few chapters in, then I really want to read it. So I think it's a good book, and maybe a good start to get into fantasy genre if it's not your normal genre. So that was the... Oh, and I want to stitch now all the dragon patterns, but I still have no dragon patterns. But I really like the idea of how the dragon is connected with a rider and everything. But yeah, it's about battles, and yeah, I think it's a great book, but it's really different for me. And then I read The Coal as a River by Shelley Reid, and this is an historical roman, and they compare it with where the Crawdad Sings, the other book. I think that book is much better. I really prefer where the Crawdad Sings above this Go as a River. But still, it was a strong woman, and it has a good end. So it was good to read, but I think for me it was 4 stars. It was not 5. And then the last book that I read, that was 5 stars. That was The Housemaid Secret by Freda McFadden. Sorry as I pronounced the name not right. I have always problems to pronounce names, especially in English. But I love this writer. I love the genre psycho thriller, and I highly recommend this book. This book is for me 5 stars and I think it's amazing. And I want to read the third book in this from this writer. I think it's really good. And then I have, like always, a little clips for you. The Northern Light, because we really get here the Northern Light. I live in the middle of Norway, so yeah, it's really a lot of fun to see. It's beautiful, I think. It's dancing through the sky, and yeah, it's amazing, I think. So I put a little clip of that after this, and a little bit a clip about the sea, because I love to be by the sea. It's really amazing, I think. But the Northern Light is of course very special, and yeah. And I think that's everything for today. I want to say thank you for watching and take care. And I hope you have a good spring or autumn wherever you are. And thank you for being here, and thank you for all the great and kind comments. And happy stitching, of course. I almost forget. Happy stitching. Bye.